Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be voting on the Game Awards. Woo! Game of the Year, Soundtrack of the Year, Producers of the Year. And this is something I really wanted to do on stream, or at least record it on camera, because I have quite a few thoughts to share, I think. And this all stemmed from seeing a tweet from Dexerto, our favorite trusted news source, that talked about the Game of the Year nominees being revealed, and I definitely had some thoughts about it. That is for damn sure. But beyond that, on my Discord, I have a suggestions tab, and somebody said they wanted to watch me do the Game Award voting. I'm actually really excited about that. Without further ado, I think it's time we start voting and then get started here. Now, Game of the Year. I would be lying to you if I told you I played all of these games. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Mario Wonder, and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Of all of these games, I only played 4 of them, and of those 4, I only beat 1 of them. Those games being Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. And it's not for like any specific reason. I'm really bad at starting or at beating games that I start, because I just have so many games I want to play, and I'm such a busy guy. It just doesn't happen all the time. That being said, in my personal opinion, I do not think Super Mario Bros. Wonder and Alan Wake 2 should be on this list at all. While I don't doubt that Alan Wake 2 has a great story, it was severely underhyped. I saw almost nobody talking about this game until just now. I saw like some passive tweets, but there really has not been a lot of chatter about this game, which tells me it's not as big as, a Game of the Year award nominee. And then, you have Super Mario Wonder, which again is a phenomenal game of what I've played so far. I'm about halfway through it. The worlds are creative, the music is phenomenal, the animations look great on incredibly aged software. But to put a 2D side scroller next to all of these massive story driven games is insane to me. I think Alan Wake 2 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder should have been switched out with Final Fantasy 16 and Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I know Hogwarts Legacy, had its problematic introduction to the gaming scene, but I'm telling you, if you've played that game, it is impressive and awe-inspiring how detailed and large and full the world feels, especially all of the game with its content as well. And then Final Fantasy 16, I mean, talk about taking a series that is known for being a tried and true juggernaut in gaming, and still finding a way to not only innovate but impress fans with this new extremely dark undertone, but still fit in some of that Final Fantasy like personality and charm in there. Combat is incredible, graphics are incredible, story, which is Final Fantasy's bread and butter, is it's incredible. I will never ever forget the feelings I got just playing that game's demo. I'm sorry, but looking at Mario Brothers Wonder, I can't. So that's my 2 cents. I really wanted to get that out there, that I think Alan Wake 2 and Mario Brothers Wonder should be switched out for Final Fantasy 16 and Hogwarts Legacy. Both of them had a huge impact on gaming as a social scape. Both of them have so much content on YouTube of people just appreciating and dissecting and really talking about what makes those games great. And I just think a 2D side scroller in a game that I really haven't heard much about in terms of hype, just how I feel. I personally am gonna cast my vote for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I know Baldur's Gate 3 is most likely gonna win. That game is being hailed as this holy grail of gaming, and this technical masterpiece, and I'm sure it is. I personally have not given it enough time yet. Spider-Man 2, I've had a blast playing. It has been so much fun. I platinumed the game. I loved every second of it, and I cannot wait to see where they take this series moving forward. Spider-Man 2 is my Game of the Year. Moving on. Best game direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Of all three of these, I would probably have to give to Baldur's Gate 3. It literally had other directors telling gamers to not expect polished of a game, and that's insane to me. Best narrative, for outstanding storytelling development in game. Final Fantasy 16, every time. Every single time without fail, it's going to be Final Fantasy. Best art direction, Mario Wonder. Again, a beautiful game, phenomenal art direction. I really like it. I at least am not as easily blown away with a 2D scape. There's nobody. They're making games that look like this, right? Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. I'm going with Hi-Fi Rush. I think that's well deserved. Best music and score, Final Fantasy. Again, that music, it encaptures how large and grand this game feels as a whole. Best audio design. I feel like I should give it to one of the horror games, like Resident Evil 4 is what I'm leaning towards. I don't like horror games. They're not like my cup of tea. You know, normally horror games have such a focus on, you know, encapsulating the atmosphere of a scary moment, and I feel like they do that very well. I think I'm gonna give it to Spider-Man 2, just because, again, I personally spent a lot of time with Spider-Man 2, and I really liked it. Best performance. Ooh, I am going to give it to Ben Starr, the voice actor for Clive in Final Fantasy 16. Yuri Lowenthal, he's the one who voiced the main Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2. He did an amazing job, a really good job. But and you know, Cameron Monaghan, hopefully I said that right. I did not personally play Jedi Survivor, actually, which could have also been a contender for Game of the Year, but I've seen, you know, gameplay from it, and holy shit. I mean, he did a great job. But Ben Starr, again, I'm harking it back to when I streamed this game. The fucking demo for this game. If you heard the gut-wrenching cries and screams that Ben Starr performed, I literally, when I was streaming it, I covered my mouth because I didn't know what to say, and my mouth was just fucking agape, and like I was literally like, I had goosebumps, like I was fighting back emotion, and it literally stuck with me for the rest of the day. I was like, holy shit, this game is so intense and serious and emotional. Ben Starr, 1000% Ben Starr. Nobody else on this list deserves it more than Ben Starr, in my honest opinion. He did such a good job. Innovation to accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. I think I want to give this to one of the fighting games. I know fighting games are supportive of trying to be as accessible as possible. So I'm just going to give it to Mortal Kombat 1 because I heard great things about this game. Other than the Switch port. Other than the fucking Switch port. Games for impacts for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. I want to give it to this one. This one I'm going purely off of aesthetics, but I really like this one. I would say if I had to give another game some thought, might be this one, because I do like this art style as well. But I think I'm gonna give it to this one, A Space for the Unbound, because I'm making an uneducated guess there. All right, best ongoing. Okay, that is gonna be difficult for me. Oh my god. Okay, you guys know how much I love Genshin Impact. You guys know how much I love Final Fantasy 14. I have hundreds upon hundreds of hours in both. Both have been my main game before, and right now both are currently fighting each other to be my main game. Oh, okay, so Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact has incredible story, updates incredibly frequently, extremely good communication with its community, God, an advance to the storyline with every single update, and new characters and new content added, especially like new maps and things like that. Final Fantasy 14 as the best ongoing game. I gotta say, I'm not an end game player yet in 14. I'm currently in Stormblood. I'm at the very end of Stormblood, actually, like right before Shadowbringers, which is the 4th expansion to the game. And I have to say, it's extremely impressive how popular Final Fantasy 14 still is to this day. They also are extremely communicative with the community. They do a lot of community events, like frequent ones. As an earlier game player, I feel like all the updates, like the big updates, aren't necessarily for me because they don't add too much that I can do. But I'm gonna have the eeny, meeny, miny, mo here because honestly, I can't decide. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mom said to pick the very best one, and you are not it. That means it is Final Fantasy XIV. This is scientific over here. Best community support. Oh, hell yeah. Final Fantasy, bro. When people tell you that Final Fantasy's community is phenomenal, they really are not lying. Best independent game. I haven't played any of these games. I've heard amazing things about Dave the Diver. Amazing things about Dave the Diver. So, the Sea of Stars looks beautiful. I kind of want to try that out, but we're just gonna go Dave the Diver. Best debut indie game. Well, you know what? Since we voted for the last one last time, let's this time vote for Venba. Oh, best mobile game. Ooh, fuck, man, that's a tough one. Honkai Star Rail is another game from the Genshin Impact dev team. It's really good. It's really, really good. Another game that really focuses on its community, adds big new things, is extremely technically, impressive on cell phones, and just got added to PS5. I play a lot of Monster Hunter now. I do, because I still play a lot of Pokemon Go as well. But I have a lot of issues with Monster Hunter now still. I'm not exactly like, ecstatic about it. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, however, I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. A lot of fun. It's so much fun reliving all of these moments from Final Fantasy VII's universe, and extremely impressive that it's in an app, by the way. So I'm going with this. However, if I have to be honest with myself, I think Honkai Star Rail is going to win this one. Best VR and AR. I actually have not played any VR or any AR at all. I would really, really, really like a Quest 3, but it's not in the books yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Resident Evil Village. I feel like that's a really fun game to play AR, even though I would never do it. Fucking scary. And I'm a fucking child. Best action game. I've heard great things about this Armored Core game. I've also heard good things about Remnant 2, I think. But again, just for creativity, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Hi-Fi Rush. Best action adventure. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. I mean, come on. that's kind of a gimme there. Best RPG. I don't care. Baldur's Gate is right there. Final Fantasy 16. Best fighting game. Again, I've heard really good things about Mortal Kombat 1. I'm not gonna give it to fucking Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, although I've heard the fighting in it is actually pretty solid, but we're gonna go Mortal Kombat 1. Best family game. Ooh, Pikmin 4. I don't even care if it's not the best one on there. Pikmin 4 needs some more love, man. Pikmin is a fucking amazing series. Best sim and strategy game. God, I would love to give it to Advanced Wars. I personally skipped this one because I planned on just getting it when it goes on sale because I think I just didn't have the time when it came out. Yeah, an extremely creative game, and I would love for Nintendo to get good markings on this and, release more things from the Game Boy era. I could go Fire Emblem Engage because it does have a great story. It does look great. Pikmin 4, I'm not gonna do that one, so I'm actually gonna go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch it. You know what? I'm gonna go Fire Emblem. I think, me personally, that's more of a me pick. Best sports and racing game. I'm just gonna go Hot Wheels. Not really. I didn't play any of these. Best multiplayer. This feels like not good options. Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Wonder is best multiplayer. Well, from what I understand, you can play through Baldur's Gate 3 with like other people. So we're gonna go with that one. Best adaptation. Last of Us was phenomenal. So is a Super Mario movie. I heard bad things about Twisted Metal. I heard meh things about Gran Turismo. And I have not seen Castlevania Nocturne, but holy shit, that looks so cool. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If you guys go, my mom said to pick the very best one, and you are not it. Ooh, Last of Us. That's definitely gonna take it. Most anticipated game, Final Fantasy Rebirth. I don't want to hear another fucking game. Everybody should vote for this game. Moving on. Is that it? That was everything? That was everything. Okay. Holy shit. All right. I guess let's recap. So for best esports event, I picked Evo. For best esports coach, I picked this guy. Esports team, I picked these guys. Best esports athlete, I picked this guy. Best esports game, I picked League of Legends. Best content creator, I picked Iron Mouse for the fucking degenerates of the world. Most anticipated game is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I almost said Ever Crisis. Ever Crisis sounds a lot better in my opinion. Best adaptation, Last of Us. Best multiplayer, Baldur's Gate 3. Best sports/racing game, Hot Wheels. Best sim and strategy, Fire Emblem. Best family game, Pikmin 4. Woo! Best fighting, Mortal Kombat 1. Best RPG, Final Fantasy 16. Best action adventure, 100% Tears of the Kingdom. Best action game, Hi-Fi Rush. Best VR, super scary game with the big booby mommy. Best mobile game, Ever Crisis. Best indie debut game, this game with cool art style. Best independent game, Dave the Diver. Best community support, Final Fantasy 14. Best ongoing, Final Fantasy 14. Games for impact, this game that looks cool. Innovation and accessibility, Mortal Kombat 1. Best performance in voice acting, Mr. Ben Starr himself. Best audio design, Spider-Man 2. Best music and score, Final Fantasy 16. Best art direction, Hi-Fi Rush. Best narrative, wowzers, would you look at that, it's Final Fantasy 16. Best game direction, Baldur's Gate 3. And my personal game of the year is Spider-Man 2. That is that. That is that.